but there is a lot of work still. But it is easier when I have the actual physical thing, and
Yeah,
I
because
could
you can look
see.
at it, see what you want to change. And
Yes. Today's guest turned his back on college football to pursue an inspiring global culinary journey through Michelin-starred kitchens, entrepreneurship, and flavors as bold as his life choices. Jorge Llanos, chef de cuisine at Hassalon, joins me today to share his incredible adventures and prepare Shrimp Aguachile, a Mexican dish that's vibrant, refreshing, and uplifting, just like the man himself. Please welcome Chef Jorge.
thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Let me welcome you with some champagne, as I always do.
The fun part.
The fun part begins now. Let's do this. And we could chat a little bit about your career and your journey. That is very inspiring. Don't be afraid. I mean, I know I'll be afraid soon.
I still have time to run.
Woo! It just went right into the coupe. How perfect this was. I'm actually excited for this sip. Cool, chilling champagne. Welcome, chef. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having
finally got my hands on you. I've been trying to get you here for so long, and your busy career is kept us from this, but finally you're here. So I want to ask you, where did your passion come from?
Pretty much stemmed from my parents. You know, ever since I grew up, my grandparents loved to cook. They were both from Mexico. Both of my parents also Mexican, so every Sunday we would get a chance to cook at the house, make fresh tortillas with my grandma.
Oh,
you know,
best.
I think I fell in love for it. And when I grew up, it's something that I always liked doing. So.
How old were you when you were cooking with your grandparents? Like really young?
Yeah, really young. Since 6 years old, 7 years old, I would go in the kitchen with my grandma, and she would teach me how to make the fresh tortillas. Or my grandpa would be barbecuing in the back, making ribs, and I would just be there, you know, next to him watching.
Like Chef Aaron Sanchez said, cook with your grandparents.
Yeah.
Cook and learn from them. This is the best education you can have, especially the traditional cuisines. Like Mexican cuisine, it's so vibrant, it's so rich. There are so many details in it. It's also simple and easy, but it's extremely flavorful.
Yeah.
And it's, from mole, which is a very complex dish, to aguachile that we are going to be making today. And please don't forget to scan that QR code for the recipe. It's there for you with all the details. So, how difficult was it walking away from the chance to play college football? That was your passion then.
Yeah, every kid grows up trying to be a professional athlete. Obviously, for me, it didn't work out, and I just chose something else that I also love, which was cooking. So, it didn't hurt that much. I obviously miss playing sports. It's obviously really fun, but I still work out every day. But it is what it is. I found my
But I love that you don't have any regrets. That's a great attitude, and I am sure, as much as I know you, you have this wonderful discipline that I'm sure comes from sport. You're a healthy chef that is focused, that is on it, and that's, I'm sure, comes from, because sports and discipline go hand in hand together. Yep. Yeah.
100%.
So you actually moved to Barcelona to pursue the education at the culinary school there. How did that go?
It was super nice. I graduated high school as soon as I was 18. Kind of, my dad pushed me against the wall, and he's like, "You have to work or you have to go to school." So I decided to take my talents to Barcelona. I moved there when I was 18. I didn't know anybody there. The only advantage I had was that I spoke Spanish. And I started there. I lived there for 3 years.
It's a big advantage. That's great. Yeah.
I lived there for 3 years. I worked at their one-star Michelin restaurant called Restaurante Hoffman. Pretty basic Spanish cuisine. We had a head chef there that was from Germany, so we kind of
That's
got to
interesting
play around
combination
with flavors. But I graduated 3 years later, and I moved to New York after that. Worked for John George in New York. I was there for about 2-3 years, hopping around, and made it.
How was it working in the Michelin star restaurants? As a chef, I've actually never wanted to work at the restaurants for other reasons, but it's something that I respect so much because it's a completely different animal, and controlling the kitchen, controlling the restaurant, the guests, and the food, it goes so much into it. How do you handle it?
I mean, it's very high pressure. Michelin kitchens are no joke. I don't know if you've seen
Of course, it's
Burnt with Bradley Cooper. That's probably the closest.
the truth about it.
Yeah, it's really high paced, you know, a lot of hours, a lot of people.
A lot of meticulous work.
Yes.
And perfection.
Yep.
And getting into that. To me, that kind of restricts me from my creativity, I feel like. I respect it so much, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm asking you, how was it? I just cannot imagine myself in that
Yeah,
setup.
I mean, those type of kitchens aren't for everyone. You know, the techniques that you use on your day-to-day, like you say, restricts you from kind of doing something simple as an aguachile.
Yes, and
but
sometimes the simple foods are the best.
Yeah, but you know, you get to learn a lot of things. It makes a lot of great chefs around the world. Most of the great chefs around the world have passed through a 1, 2, 3-star kitchen. So, you know, I am grateful for
It's a
everything that I
great
learned.
experience. I think it's something very special. There are some, do you have favorite restaurants in Barcelona?
There's one called El Tigre.
El
That's
Tigre?
probably one of my favorite restaurants. It's I actually used to live down the street from it. It's a little hole in the wall, but they have some of the best food I've had to date.
I also have one favorite, and it's called Taverna de la Clinic. I don't know if I've ever been there, but they make the most incredible patatas bravas that you would never find anywhere else. It's actually, the technique is very complex, so they make a ribbon from the potato and then wrap it and fry it and then fill up with the sauce, the patata brava. It's like mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And I had the best peas that the teardropped peas that are only local for Spain, and they are extremely expensive.
Yeah.
Those peas, I forgot the name of them if you remember, but they are just called teardrop peas, but there is a Spanish name for it. Yeah. Anyway, let's start cooking.
Okay.
So what we begin is, I'm so excited George is here because he's gonna do all the work today. I'm just gonna drink champagne. How about that?
Yeah. Cheers.
I'll just be your sous chef. Okay, just tell me what to cut, what to do. Do you want me to get you my knife?
I think I'm gonna pull out mine if you don't mind.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Whoa. That's when the real chef is in the kitchen. He got his tools here with him. I love that. It's a whole arsenal. Let's see. I want to see this closer. All right.
There we go.
This is like a kid in a candy shop for me. That cliver.
Yeah, that one's
cliver
dangerous.
is serious. It's really dangerous.
I would watch out for that.
Yeah, I am watching. It's okay, no worries. I can handle this. I can handle it. All right. Wow. So this is so fun. Look at his cool. So where do you get all this stuff from?
So I use this website called Knifeware. They're based in
and they
Canada.
like make for you custom?
They don't make custom, but they have knifesmiths that they sell. They're Japanese
Canada,
knives.
huh?
Yeah. Ship right to your door.
This is really cool. I love it. Okay. So
trustworthy.
we got the proper tools going. He refused my knives, but I have my favorite.
Yeah, you have your...
Yeah, I have my huge saber. All right, so let's begin. What are we gonna start with? And let me know what I could help you with.
So first, I would start, let's clean the shrimp. I'll take
Let's clean the shrimp here.
little bowl.
Okay, here's the bowl and here's the
Yes.
garbage bowl.
First, we gotta start by taking off the tail.
All right.
Always make sure you take them out.
Yes, we want to make sure, you can guys, of course, shrimps in Barcelona and Spain, anywhere in Europe are so much better, but that's what we have. They're pretty good, yeah.
It'll still taste amazing.
You could get them like really fresh there, especially I love the red carabineros.
Yeah,
Oh God, those are the best ever.
I actually tried.
I was trying to get them actually for today, but the place said they are getting them today, too late.
That's what they always say.
Yeah. So are there any crazy stories at your Michelin kitchens you worked at?
So actually, when I was in school, I think it was the second year, I was working at the restaurant, and the chef, he wasn't in a great mood. And I think I had also gone out the night before, so, you know.
No one was in good mood that
Yeah,
day.
nobody was in a good mood.
The trigger started happening.
And I messed something up, put the dish ready to sell to the customer, and he pulls the dish, and he looks at me, he's like, hey, what is this? I tell him, I'm like, oh, it's what I cooked, it's what you asked for. He's like, no, it's wrong. And I'm like, no, it's good, whatever. And we started arguing back and forth, and long story short, he grabs the dish, and he looks at me. So it was a cold dish, thank God.
Okay.
Grabs it, throws it on me.
No, what was your reaction?
I mean, what was I gonna do? It was like, I can't do anything.
Throw it back at him? No.
I can't do anything. You know, same thing happened with another student, and he couldn't do anything.
I think bad temper in the kitchen is a wrong approach because you have to be a team player yourself as a chef. And as my friend Chef Tim from Amsterdam, he's an amazing chef, and I was at his Michelin star kitchen, and the way he's treating everyone with lots of respect, and he's a team player, he would never do that. I think it's something you have to control. And I love your demeanor. You're super calm, and I see that you are that type of person who will treat things, you know, in a calm way. And even your reaction that didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean,
proves
nowadays you can't. The old kitchen culture is kind of, you don't do that anymore. You know, people aren't built like they used to be built, so they can't really take somebody screaming at them 24/7.
Right,
you know?
things changed.
Yeah.
Now everything is it's a problem. Yeah, we have to be too tolerant, right? In a way that is, I think in a way ruins people, you know. How important was your training in shaping your approach to cooking?
I mean, a lot of people, that's a really commonly asked question. They ask, is culinary school worth it? I would say 100% it made the difference for me. Going into a kitchen, I mean, you can go straight into a job and learn bottom up, but I had the advantage of going into a kitchen knowing at least the basics. So, you know, I was ahead of the 3 or 4 other guys that just started that didn't know what to do. If chef asked you, give me a mirepoix, you know,
You don't
a
know
lot
what
of
it
people
is
didn't know,
unless
yeah, or a brunoise, knife cuts. You know, they would be, give me a brunoise carrot. A lot of people that didn't go to culinary school are going to be lost. So.
No, I agree with you. I think any education, especially in something you're passionate about, if you can improve it, there is never ending space for education and learning more. And of course, that's an advantage no matter what. I agree with you. And it also puts into perspective all the things that you already know. It puts into perspective in terms of you now understand why you're doing this, or you learn all those techniques that it's harder to learn on your own. But when you have your teacher to help you out and do that together, it definitely makes a huge difference.
Yes.
How did New York compare to Barcelona for you when you moved to New York?
New York, I think, made the big difference with the speed.
I just want to interrupt you for a second. So Chef Georgie just butterflied the shrimp to clean them up completely and flatten them. So this is, 2 sides of the shrimp. That's what means butterflying. Remove the tail and cut them thinner. So that way you will have a great texture, because you don't want to have a whole shrimp, like this and marinating in this acids. It's just going to be a really bad texture. So you want to make sure it's butterflied and cleaned.
Very important. When you butterfly it, make sure you take the little line of poop out.
Right. Deveining.
Yes.
Like they say, there's no vein in the shrimp. It's just poop. But that's the truth, okay? That's fine. We can handle it.
Yes.
It's live.
But yes, New York, I mean, the speed compared to Spain, obviously.
Slow motion to
Spanish
torpedo.
people love a siesta during the day.
No siesta for us New Yorkers. I used to live there for 20 years, and I did love the speed. And it was actually extremely difficult for me to handle the speed here in Miami. It's also kind of, slow in many ways.
Yeah, I miss the speed, but I also like having the beach down the street.
Yeah, of course, we can't complain. We can't complain for this beautiful weather
view.
and view. It's just, there are always pros and cons, but, we choose our poison, as we say.
Definitely don't miss the snow.
Oh, yes, I don't. I don't miss the snow, the bad rains, when everything is gray. Absolutely. What took you back to Texas and the transition to entrepreneurship?
So once I left New York, it was a year or two before COVID. My parents are living in Dallas. I grew up in Dallas. So I kind of just went back to reset, and I ended up staying for a year and a half. Hadn't seen my mom in like 4 or 5 years, so went back to see my family.
Is your family still in Texas?
Yeah, they're still in Dallas. I go visit maybe twice a year. Probably should do more, but
Well, twice a year it's good because you're such a busy chef.
Have to work.
Actually, Chef George is a chef de cuisine for major food groups, restaurants like Carbone, and he is the head chef in Hustlon, which I love. That's a really cool restaurant. If you haven't been, check it out. It has a really cool setup. You could sit at the bar where the kitchen is right in front of you, and I love all the spread of the fresh vegetables, and you could interact with chef, and he could recommend you to try this, and that is how I met a chef, and he was so amazing. And then on weekends they have crazy music, dancing, DJ, so it's super fun place, and we know for sure the food is going to be good because Chef George is there.
Yes,
try it out.
How long ago was that? Was maybe a year and a half?
Yeah, it's probably like a year and a half ago. It's been a while. It's been crazy. And, I don't really go out much because I'm doing what you're doing, and I don't have the chance to go out much to restaurants. I go only when I get invited, by my friends or some events, but usually I'm the one who's cooking and serving here all the time. Except drinking champagne. Can I help you with anything else?
Today you could take a break.
Complete break?
Yes.
I could do something. Do you want me to squeeze some lime?
You can squeeze, yeah.
All right,
Go
let's
get
do
some
that.
lime juice ready.
So, do you think there are similarities in being in the kitchen cooking and in sports? Are there?
Yeah, I mean, sports, you gotta work with a team. Kitchen, same way. You can't do it all.
Gotta be the team player.
Gotta be a team player. That always has to be a leader, which is the chef. But without your 20, 30 cooks, you really can't make it happen.
Absolutely. Can you believe I cook by myself for the most part here? The max I could have at this table is 10 people, but I cook by myself. But yeah, it's still more doable than, of course, cooking. How many covers? You have like 150 covers?
On a busy night, you can go anywhere from 350.
350?
Yeah.
God, that's crazy. So what brought you to Miami after all this traveling everywhere? Why did you end up here?
So one of the GMs that I used to work for at JG, he moved to Miami during COVID, and I was actually still in New York for a little bit, and he called me and he had an opportunity for me, and I was kind of, like I said, over the cold weather,
You were ready to do that move.
over the subway and
he's
everything.
very lucky to have you. You're such an incredible person. I think personality for me is number one. Mm-hmm. To working with people. You can always teach someone, but the personality and being, open and being just easy going, it's one of the most important things. Can't work with a really talented person, but not so nice. It's I'll pick the other one.
Can't teach that.
Yeah, can't teach that for sure. So I have some limes going on here, and what else would you like me to do?
Let's see.
It's good for now?
Yeah, I think that should be good for now.
So we have few shrimps going on here, and
Do a couple more and it should be good to go.
We actually, we didn't want to pre-clean everything, and we want to do it live. Live, show you the whole process. It's an easy dish to make. The most time that it takes, it's prepping the shrimp itself. The rest of the stuff is super quick and easy. And don't forget to scan that QR code. So you rose from junior sous chef to chef de cuisine at Major Food Group.
Yes.
Right, in about 2 years. How did you do that? I mean, I kind of have an answer, but
I mean, just hard work. You can never say no, and not saying no goes a long way. Got to put in the hours, obviously.
You got to take all the parts of the jobs that are there, of course.
But yeah, just hard work, and obviously putting out good food, stuff like that. Your bosses notice when you don't take the shortcuts. So I feel like that made the long way.
They are definitely very lucky to have you. Do you have any food-related tattoos?
Just this one, little knife.
A little knife here,
knife
and
necklace,
the big knives are all over there.
Not as big as yours, but
That's the real chef.
Yeah. So got the shrimp cleaned.
Perfect.
We can move on to
the onion. Actually, I want to show you this. Is one of my favorite things that I brought from Japan, a pickle in jar. How cool is this?
Nice.
Isn't it beautiful? I actually didn't buy it at the beginning, and then I could not believe I didn't, so I went back to that store because I've never seen anything like this. It's for quick pickling right on a spot. That's the best. So awesome.
Right.
Japanese are great. Have you been to Japan?
No, it's on the bucket list.
A must. For a chef, it's a must.
That's where I feel like everybody's going right now for vacation.
Oh yes, it's a great culinary scene, everything, culture, tradition. But let's talk about Hassalon. Tell me a little bit more. Tell people a little bit more about the restaurant, and so that they know what it is.
So they can come visit.
Yeah, so they want to come and visit because it really is a great spot.
So Hassalon, I started there obviously like 3 years ago. The head chef is Chef Ayal Shenyi. He has restaurants pretty much all over the world. Hassalon is his main one. He has another concept called...
There's a few locations. I know there's a New York location.
Yeah, there's New York, there's Vegas, there's Miami. They used to have one in Paris.
Oh, okay.
I think the one in Paris closed, if I'm not mistaken. Had one in Ibiza, I think.
Okay, wow.
At the Six Sense Hotel, and then in Cannes. But yeah, I mean, it's really fun to work for him. His ethos on everything is just to use the freshest ingredients as possible, and
that's why I love that place, because the fresh ingredients right in front of you.
Yeah.
They are displayed and they just take it and cut it right in front of you. And so many vegetables, lots of vegetable driven with lots of fresh
He's known
fish.
for tomatoes. Heirloom tomatoes are like his thing, but he is also known for not really adding any spices. It's
very pure and clean.
Salt and pepper are mainly what we use. So if you like obviously simple ingredients, great tasting food, come on by. And then for the second seating, around 9 or 10, I think you were there last time, we have a DJ, and
yes,
things get a little crazy. People start dancing on tables.
Oh, it's so fun.
But
it's a great Friday night.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're looking for not a club, because I don't do clubs. I don't like that whole culture of clubbing. I mean, too old for that stuff. But I feel like if you want to go and enjoy really, really good food along with some fun, that's the type of place to go, and it's not so many of them. Actually, I don't know any other.
No, not many.
Not many at all, yeah. It's a really super cool place.
We're the type of place that, your server is going to be taking your food order, and 30 minutes later, he's going to be dancing on your table with you.
I love that. You
don't get that everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So the team is actually part of the fun.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
It's really a great concept, so you feel comfortable, and yeah.
Get the
Want another bowl. So what are we doing now?
So now we're gonna pickle the onions.
You want to pickle the onions?
Yes.
So this is, we don't need this, right?
No, you could toss.
Yeah, we can toss this.
And then the mandolin.
Okay, we are going to use this mandolin for slicing the onions very finely. What tips will you give to aspiring chefs?
To aspiring chefs, I would say don't give up. You know, everybody's scared because of the long hours, and you know it's part of the game. You're gonna miss birthdays, you're gonna miss holidays, a lot of them.
Right.
But if it's something you truly love, you know, cooking, I would just say push through it, and at the end of whenever you reach your goals from the career, you know, you'll be happy at the end of it.
I absolutely agree with that. Just, you know, just do it. That's it. So, as you see, the shape of the onion, the way Chef George cut, is for you to have this beautiful slices that are so perfect. They just look beautiful on the plate, and actually all of the shapes really matter because the flavor, the texture changes because of the shape, the way you cut, right?
So
It is so interesting.
A good story. First interview when I graduated culinary school in New York, the chef gave me a mandolin.
Ooh, the scary tool.
Yeah. I took about half of my thumb off the first day.
Yep.
It's very dangerous.
It's you know, what I say about the mandolin, it's not the mandolin that is going to cut you. It's you, the way you handle it, you're going to cut yourself. It's actually very simple not to cut. First of all, it's very easy to control, but when you get to the end, just throw that part.
Yeah, throw it out.
It's not worth your finger, okay? Just let it go. Let it go. Very simple. So, yeah, that's why it's easy to. It really is a scary tool when you're afraid of sharp objects, but when you learn the proper technique, it's super easy.
All right, should we pickle them?
Yeah, let's pickle them. I got
a little vinegar.
Champagne vinegar. Do we need champagne in the dessert as well? Let's pop some. I mean, I'm sure that's gonna intensify
Add a little bit of flavor.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Champagne is my #1 ingredient. What type of events do you do in Miami, in the Miami scene, when you know, the busy season starts here?
I mean, we have a lot. We usually do an event for Formula One.
Formula One is a big, huge one.
Super fun.
So how do you do? You cater to the event or how do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much cook for the whole thing. 3 days, 3-day event, really fun. We bring in chefs from all over.
Oh, that's so cool.
Get to meet people from all over as well.
The only reason I'll come next time is for that, for the food.
I mean, the food's great. The food's always great.
I don't care for the Formula One, but I would come for that.
For that.
What's your favorite part of being a chef?
I think this.
This?
You know,
interaction.
I met you.
Human
a year and a half ago. Who would have thought that I'd be cooking in your home? You know.
Thank you. That makes me happy.
Makes for good relations. You know, you get to meet a lot of people. You get to feed them, and you know, I don't know how to explain it.
I get it.
You know,
when the way I love my job is because when I cook the food and I see the reaction of the people who enjoy my food, it just makes me happy that they enjoy it so much. It's the most beautiful and rewarding part, right? How do you relax in your spare time? Do you still play some sports?
I mean, I love to box. Boxing is probably my hobby. Boxing and lifting.
That's a good way to really stress.
Yeah, definitely.
From the kitchen.
You definitely need it. Yeah.
My friend, she also likes boxing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Gotta come with me sometime.
Yeah, for sure, she must.
Yes. No, I mean, boxing is a really great tool. You have a bad day at work. And
I actually love it. I've tried it a couple of times and it was really fun. My daughter loves, she took at some point kickboxing.
Yes.
And she was obsessed with it. It was her own decision to do that. I was like, okay. I didn't know. She's like very feminine, girly girl, but she was so good at boxing.
She can beat you up, so be careful, you know.
Yeah, well, I know she can, believe me. Okay. Are there any exciting projects and goals in the horizon for you?
Thinking, I want to open up a restaurant soon. That's obviously the goal for every chef.
Of course.
Have something in the works sooner or later.
That's awesome. Where?
That's to be determined.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
All
the
right.
hardest question. You know, I've lived in a lot of places, so I don't know where I would be okay laying roots and staying long term. Obviously,
Yeah, you have to think through about all of those things because you're going to be dedicated and being there,
Yeah.
and you have to really love the place.
yeah, opening a restaurant, it's not like you go,
Yeah.
you're there for a year, and you know you have to be there day in day out, making sure it works. So
Absolutely.
we'll see where that goes.
All right. So we have our onions pickling
Pickling
here.
them.
Do you like this? Isn't it
Yeah, it's
cool?
nice. It's super
It's
nice.
like so cool for like as quick, you know, when you don't need a lot of it. What's next
All
step
right,
here?
let's make the juice.
Let's
liquid.
make the juice. Okay.
We'll get some cucumbers. A little
We
bit of
use-
cilantro.
We can use this.
Yep.
Okay, I have the lime juice here. I'm gonna toss this on the side. We don't need the thing. Oh no, we do.
Just for the
we
radishes.
do need it for radishes. Yes, I could do that.
You wanna
I
do the
could-
radishes
yeah, of
while I do
course.
this?
I could do the radishes. Again, I'm gonna use this mandolin to really create very, very thin slices of radishes. Yeah, they look beautiful, right?
Very nice.
See
yeah.
how easy and perfect they look? I just love mandolin. And this one is the Japanese brand.
That's the only one. That one.
That's the
and
only one.
The
That's-
Red Racer. I don't know if you've heard of the
I
Red
don't.
Racer.
No, I haven't.
It's
Where's
a
that
s-
from?
I think it's just regular, but it's a smaller version
Oh, is it?
of that. Yeah.
Okay, for maybe like a smaller things like
yeah,
this.
smaller thing.
Oh, that's cool too. It's called what? Red
Red Racer.
Racer.
Yeah.
Okay, I like the name. So how important is balance in the heat and the acidity in this dish? And what is the difference between aguachile and ceviche?
I mean, aguachile and ceviche, everybody has their own kind of take on it. I would say the sauce for the aguachile depends if you want to go more traditional.
And it means cold chile?
Yeah, aguachile means cold chili.
What aguachile is
Agua.
called? Yeah.
Yeah.
And also what I learned about aguachile and ceviche, the difference is that ceviche you marinate for a longer period of time, and aguachile is made in the moment. You don't have to marinate your seafood for a long time. That's
Yes.
what I've learned about it.
Yeah, if you want something quick, aguachile is the way to go. I also personally like it better than
You
ceviche.
prefer better.
Yeah.
Why? What exactly for you the difference here that you like more?
One, that it's quicker. It's a lot quicker to make. And then two, just the sauce and the spiciness. Aguachiles tend to be a little bit more spicy.
I love everything spicy, so yeah, please love me some aguachile. Love aguachile, and I assume this comes from your grandmother, your
From my mom,
what?
actually.
From your
My
moms.
mom loves to make this back when I'm home. So every time I go visit, it's definitely a must if she wants me to come home.
That's the only way she could lure you back.
Yeah.
And what are the other types of seafood or fish we could use with this recipe?
You could practically use anything. You could use scallops, you could use shrimp, you could use any white fish.
White fish. So if you don't like shrimps, there you go. You could try other things. Yeah.
There's a place just opened up here in Miami called Ensenada. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Ensenada, I haven't heard.
It's a
no.
Mexican restaurant focused in kind of seafood.
Okay.
I actually met the chef like 2 years ago. We became good friends. But if you want to check something similar along like this, I would go check it out. It's
Okay, can't
it's over
wait.
by the Vagabond Hotel. Really
Where?
good.
Which one?
By the Vagabond Hotel, where the old.
No idea. See how bad I am? I don't go out.
But yes, super good, super fresh. They actually make one of aguachile negro, which is a black sauce.
And what is it made out of?
I think he hasn't spilled the secrets yet, but I think it's
Is there squid ink in there?
probably squid ink and some habanero. But it's really good.
Habanero.
Yeah, habanero pepper.
But does it look really black?
Yeah. Black,
Yeah,
black,
probably
black.
there is. If you just add a
Or
tiny,
something ash,
tiny bit of
like
squid ink,
habanero
it's
ash
gonna
or
be
something.
super black.
Yeah.
Cool,
give or
that's
take.
fun. So we are putting some cucumbers
Yes.
and cilantro. into NutriBullet, and we're gonna use jalapeno.
And we're gonna zest. If you can hand me the
Yes.
microphone. Put
So
it
we're
in
gonna
there.
zest the. Why don't you? What's the difference between zesting it and just cutting into chunks?
I think
and
it
just
gets the
blend it?
flavors a little bit more.
Really?
In my
That's
opinion.
interesting. Okay. Yeah, I do smell that heat, the spiciness, and jalapeno has a particular flavor, and definitely is completely different than the red chili, Fresno chili.
This
so.
also helps if you don't like spicy too much.
So you could control
yeah,
the
you
spiciness.
can control instead of throwing one in. Sometimes you get one and it's super spicy, or
You could throw all you want from me because I love spicy. How do you want people to feel when they eat your food?
happy.
Aw,
Happy.
I can't wait to feel happy. Although, do I look unhappy? I'm so happy. I'm just happy that you're here.
I like to make them, feel at home. Like you said at the kitchen counter when you go, I've had people try my food and they
And
think,
everything is so beautiful too,
Yes.
gorgeous.
makes them think they're back home, flashes back to a memory,
Absolutely,
gives the chef a good feeling that you could have somebody do that.
that's awesome. And if you had hosted your dream dinner party, what would you cook and who would you invite?
Oof, that's a tough one.
No, it's not.
I would say a dinner with Anthony Bourdain would probably be pretty fun.
Oh, I just got chills. I loved him. He was such a special human being. I'm a female version of Anthony Bourdain, so it's not too bad.
You need the tattoos.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
But yeah,
Okay,
I've
Anthony
read all his
Bourdain.
books. Super
He was
nice.
a brilliant man. He had a very deep soul and deep knowledge about food and
about food,
cultures. Yeah.
Other than that, who else would I? Maybe Canelo Alvarez. I'm a really big boxing fan, so
Okay, with
cooking
that
for
I
him.
don't know. I don't
Cooking
know
for
that.
him might be fun as a
And
guest.
what would you cook?
I'm known for cooking a short rib, like a braised short rib.
Oh,
I do it like 8 hours, fall off the bone. My dad, when I make it for my dad
pass
he'll
us
just
out.
he'll hand me his wallet. He's like, get whatever you want after.
I want those short
So,
ribs. I love meat.
he likes-
What's
he
the
likes to
base?
do
What's the
that.
sauce you use?
So I do mirepoix, onions, carrots, celery, and then tomato paste, red wine.
Red wine. Okay.
Reduce it the whole 9 yards.
I have to make for you my lamb shanks in port wine.
Yes.
So good.
All right, good to go on.
Let's do it. We're gonna make a little noise. Woo! I love this color.
A little bit more.
So gorgeous. I have the sieve for you, so we're gonna sieve it through.
So there's two ways. You could do the traditional way, or the finer kind of you put it
Which
through.
way do you like?
Either or. If
Okay.
you don't do the traditional, it's less chunky. So
So we don't have to sieve it if we don't
no,
want.
if you don't have to. I made it for this restaurant in White Plains called El Primo. The picture that's on the recipe that's attached
Okay.
with the QR code. So if you want to go for a little bit more refined look, that's when
you
when
sieve
you
it through.
strain it. Yeah.
So you want to make it a little fancy, you could do that. If you want to do like, more casual, which we're fine with.
Yeah.
We don't need to. And
Then you want to
also, what do you need?
a spoon.
A spoon. Here's a
Taste it
spoon.
real quick.
And you're also famous with your bacon jam burger, aren't you?
Yes, that's
That sounds delicious. I want to try that.
that's my number one go-to if I want to impress somebody.
I mean,
do
I've been
that.
impressed already, but I'll try your bacon jam burger. How is it?
Probably a little bit of salt, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine, I think.
fine?
Yeah.
Some
I
lime
think
juice?
We need that.
Yeah.
There is no acid, yeah. But that, you tell me. More?
Yeah, a little bit more. That's good.
I love this squeezer because it holds a lot of lime juice, citrus juice. It's really easy to. So does the timing make any difference in marinating this?
I mean, I would say 5-10 minutes is good. When my mom makes it, it tastes great the next day. She leaves it in the fridge.
So she goes into ceviche style.
Yeah. Leaves it overnight.
So
But,
can we pour it now?
Yeah, we can pour it now. Finish it up, and then cut the garnishes.
You would do the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The more the merrier.
Yeah, so we cover it. Look how beautiful this looks. And a few minutes, and it's ready. And do we have any advice of how to pickle the onions?
The onions, a lot of people, like to boil.
Oh, no, I don't like
I
to
like
boil.
simple water, vinegar, salt.
That's it.
You put it in the fridge if you want. It'll get a little bit color faster. But other than
The
that.
quick pickling is really nice because you still taste that crunch and acidity, but at the same time, it's not heavy. It's just like really fresh. You could see that it's really fresh.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah.
All right, so you have the radishes.
I have the radishes,
up.
tomatillos. Oh, let's talk about those. Those are really they come from Mexico.
Yes.
And they are husk. They are in the husk, and they are from actually gooseberry family, which I grew up with lots of gooseberries.
Yes.
The green gooseberries that we don't really have here in US, and they're from Fazales family. And I love tomatillos because they are tart, sour, and pretty dense.
Sticky too.
And sticky on the outside. So these are really, there are so many things you can make with them, especially I love making salsa verdes.
Yep.
Grilled, you can grill them, peel the skin and make the salsa verde. It's unbelievably delicious. And it's really widely used in Mexican cuisine.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of sauces in Mexico are based off this. The cruda's probably my favorite. Literally straight up, put it in a blender, jalapeno, salt, and good to go.
With anything hamachi and any kind of crudo?
Yeah, I mean, perfect for tacos.
Yeah.
If you want to make steak tacos or chicken, whatever it may be, that's a really good sauce.
If someone doesn't have the champagne vinegar, they can substitute with anything else?
Yeah, regular white vinegar, apple cider vinegar. Doesn't
But
really matter.
I feel like white vinegar is too harsh.
I would probably go with apple cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so and now we are gonna finish this dish and serve.
Couple garnishes.
So we have some avocados.
You want to do the cubes?
Sure. You want them very, very fine, or?
Oh no, doesn't have to be.
Okay.
And then I'll do the cucumbers.
This is satisfying. Actually, what I love about this dish that the aromas are insane here. The freshness of the lime and the jalapenos and all these greens, the cilantro, it just gives such vibrant and colorful smell. I wish you could smell that as well, but it's not just the look of it, but it's also the way everything smells. It's just like happiness on the plate.
On the plate.
I would say summer on the plate. It's a great dish that you guys can make for your summer. When you have all your barbecue parties, throw in some aguachile to make it more refreshing. And I would even add a little bit of mint.
Yeah.
A mint
would give
for
it a good
me,
kick.
it will give a really nice, interesting background flavor that is unique for aguachile. I think it's really nice to try. So.
Yes.
Super
it's really,
easy.
really nice to take to the beach. Put it in a cooler, a
Yeah.
little bit of ice.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a nice dish.
Barbecue parties, beach, Sunday family dinners. Look at that. I love those knife skills. While I'm doing the slow motion. Cut. I love when I have a chef in the kitchen. It's so fun. It's always for me exciting and inspiring to be around chefs.
To work with
because
other,
it's
yeah.
it's what we both do, and it's really nice to see your colleague in action.
And take some of that cilantro.
Yes, absolutely. There is never too much cilantro. It's my favorite herb of all, and it comes also from my childhood that I just love so much. And what are your most favorite maybe family dishes that you guys like to prepare?
So my dad, I think from my dad, he makes cochinita pibil, which is it's pork tacos.
Oh, I love
He
pork
marinates
tacos.
it in achete, cooks it for about 4 hours. That's
Slow cooking.
slow
and,
cooked, shreds it up.
one of the best tacos and foods I've had in Mexico City. My God, how delicious is that? It's incredible.
But yeah, and then my mom, super simple, chicken cutlet. She makes me.
She goes American way.
Yeah, she goes the American way, and then she makes this weird kind of like cream corn. It's
Like polenta?
no, not really. It's corn. She uses corn, tomato paste, cream cheese, and a couple other spices. Reduces it down.
You like that?
I'm
it's,
happy.
It's something interesting.
Yeah, it's something different, but when she makes it, she has to make a lot of it.
How beautiful is that? I can never cut it like that. So what do you think this type of dish will pair well with in terms of drinks?
In terms of drinks,
I mean, everything pairs well with champagne for me, but if somebody doesn't care for it, what would
I
you
think
recommend?
a nice spicy margarita.
Oh yes,
for sure.
For sure.
Yes.
Spicy margarita it is. Are we ready to plate?
I think we're ready to plate.
All right, we have this beautiful plate, which would be for one, but we'll use together. We'll have
two.
together for two. And this is ready. So I'll let you plate it because I want to see how you do
Gotcha.
it. Okay, we have the pickle. We'll open this up. All right. Let me put this on the side so you guys can see
Yes.
how Chef George is plating this dish. Close up for you. And should I? Oh, you want to do it right on?
No, yeah.
Okay.
You could do the finishing touches.
Okay.
So we'll start with the thinly sliced.
So the cucumbers go on the bottom. Look how beautiful. The most important thing here that it's very, very fine cut. If you make it too thick, it's just gonna disrupt that beautiful texture of aguachile. And that's the reason chef cut it into really fine pieces. And again, don't lose the finger, but you can use the mandolin for sure for that as well. Now we are putting our beautiful shrimps. Oh, the smell is unbelievable. It's just so good. Like, my champagne is excited to try. I need to grab a fork. I forgot. I'm here to eat.
So you go. Kind of have a nice little flat base,
Okay.
and then you'll build up.
Beautiful.
So there you go.
Then,
Then we'll go the bigger chunks. of
so
cucumber.
why did you do two different chunks?
So just
for
the
the
bottom, so
texture?
it has a base. When you kind of get a spoon of everything. On the top, this is kind of just to make it look nice.
Okay.
So you go with that. Then you can put the radishes.
Put the radishes, and there are so many different shapes. I mean, not shape, sizes of this, so you could kind of play with that. It's fun and pretty. Radishes are one of my favorite vegetables. They're just so crunchy and so beautiful to the eye. Gorgeous.
These people really, that worked.
That worked.
Yeah, it worked.
The jar worked, right?
Yes, the
That's
jar.
the only reason.
I don't think it was us.
How important is plating for you?
I mean, people nowadays eat with their eyes first. So if you go to a restaurant and they serve
And something
you
is
slop,
just a blob, okay.
it's probably not going to be good. So the chances are.
Yeah, I think it shows also respect to the food that we are serving. We're respecting the ingredients and the work we've done, and pleasing also people with the beauty of it just already gives you this, sets your mood to something delicious coming your way.
Yes.
So. Did I not cut it? I cut it.
No, you did.
Okay. Works. We're almost there. I can't wait to
grab
taste
some.
it. And we have the black sesame seeds. It's a great idea because, you know, the colors are mostly green and some red. And I think the black sesame seeds are just going to pop this whole dish up, right?
There we go.
Can I?
Finish it off.
Yeah. Beautiful. Look how nice this
You have
looks.
some nice olive oil, maybe?
I do. Do you remember I let you smell that delicious olive oil? This is so perfect for it because it's
Perfect.
fruity. This olive oil, go for it. Wow, olive oil makes everything better.
And it's good.
Look at this gorgeous dish. Isn't it wonderful? And how easy it was to make. Okay,
Pretty quick.
we'll go for it. I can't wait. Aguachile.
Big.
Big chunk. Yeah, if here found some smaller one. Oh my God. Wow.
Really good.
Wow. This is incredible. It's just so refreshing. And it's a beautiful balance of spice and acidity and the crunchiness. And the onions are just to die for. Wow. Oh my God.
I could use a little bit spicier. What
I
about-
mean, yeah, if you like spicier, you can control that.
Yeah.
But the flavors are just perfection, and
Very
it's
good.
so easy. I'm so happy with this. And don't forget to scan the QR code to get this recipe and make it at home. Make it for your friends and family. They're all gonna love it. It's absolutely delicious. Thank you so much, Chef, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This is your drink.
Thank you.
And I just want to tell you that it was a bliss to have you here. Thank you so much for your time and
Yes.
for this fun time together. Thank you.
Thanks
Cheers.
for having me. Cheers.
See you all soon. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.